All right. Okay, I haven't. Good. Um, everyone. So,
Oh wait, we do.
Dion and
Oh,
Steven,
okay.
both their Ps that we had at your duo session has happened in the previous day. After,
Okay.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Nicolo and Kevin second talk happened after the John talk.
Okay.
Oh yeah, all of
How
you.
much has it been like a day or something for us to like recover and stuff?
Today is currently the next day because
Yeah.
Ronnie insisted that you guys come here to study the place to formulate plans and strategy.
Okay, I thought we were time skipping to Day of the Fire. I was like,
No.
oh, hold on there.
No,
Hold on there.
no.
I was especially gonna be like, man, I'm getting a little tired. I don't know if I could do a whole fight right now.
Right now, let's
Um,
go.
Ah yes.
In and out, quick boss fight adventure. Come on.
Come on,
5
20
minute
minutes.
I mean, it will be a quick boss fight, Robert.
we get dumpstered.
Yeah, you guys.
Look, you're the one who's safe.
You guys go to the address and you'll see the locked up and definitely abandoned docks that, according to Ronnie, was used as a place for criminals and drug addicts to just sell drugs and random, very illegal shit.
Good. Thank God it was legal.
And and then you see all the way. If you look down here, someone on top of that fucking crane.
What the hell are you doing up there?
Hey!
Huh.
Shouts. What's up? You see him jump down. You see him just splashes against this fucking metal container, and then just kind of gets up normally. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my part-time gal. How are y'all doing now? In this places of ours.
You tried.
I did.
How
How y'all going? Dipshits?
Hello, one of the many reasons I hate waking up in the morning.
Oh, that warms my heart. This here, my playground. Men of Robert would come go away, and I would just some of their drugs and make them kill each other. They wouldn't actually kill each other, but it would be real funny to watch them beat the crap out of each other because they thought they stole each other's cracks. Good.
To hear.
Yeah, no,
Ronnie.
Dion can't. Don't remember, Dion can't hear Ronnie without a phone call going on.
I see. Okay, then John would go. Of course. Answers the phone.
Alright, the fucking or whatever. Hi, Dion. Love you, buddy. He does a little heart with his hands.
Yes, Jamie's here.
He's doing a heart with his hands. I know you can't see it.
I could tell enough. He's very predictable.
Loves me, I know it. Anyway, feel free to explore.
Would you be
around.
able? Wait,
I would
you
hit
be
you
able
with
to
a truck if I could.
Maybe you can imbue stand energy into a truck.
I mean, you can hit him with the truck. It just won't hurt.
Well, you guys can feel free to explore around. Don't set any traps just yet. Like you should set a trap like in the day of the fight, but like earlier. No, that's when you set a trap. If you set now, he's definitely gonna show up here and find it. So.
Is that a fucking
Yes.
broken statue?
Probably. This place is really old. No one really messes with this place. I'm pretty sure Dionysia has a hand in making sure the whole situation left behind by the authorities. Exactly so. No one buys it, and drugs can kind of just flow in and out. Well,
So, what she has like? Well, she doesn't own it. What?
he sits here and like crosses like, have you ever heard of fake bank?
offshore
I
stuff?
see.
Or maybe
So-
alternatively, she hated, but the account is well was.
If I could.
What could you do? What could you do? What? Oh wait, you can't. You can do shit. You can do shit. You can do shit. 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 Shit.
Why don't you stay still for a damn minute?
And you seem like, you know what? Sure. Oh wait, that's wrong.
Oh
Why?
God!
Boss
He
fight
goes
music
big.
starts.
Yeah.
The fear response.
You see him like, oh no, you guys are definitely gonna get me. Oh no, oh. And he sinks through the floor.
That doesn't work.
I mean, depends on how low he went.
If he goes low enough, he'll enter either the crust of the earth or the water. Either doesn't seem favorable.
Oh, but that's the wrong item.
Like,
A
he
car
looks up
hits
like-
you.
Oh no, Landa!
I don't even know what the car is doing there. I'm going to be straight up honest.
Look, it's simple.
Behold, the wild
plan
sand
worked.
Dragula. Sorry.
He attempted to hit him with a car. It failed.
You see me pop his head, just his face up, like, well, I actually just went to the sewers underneath this area. This place got a little bit repurposed into that. So if you ever want to take a bath into shit, feel free.
There's
Wait,
sewers.
there's a sewer
That could be
system under
useful.
here?
Yeah,
Now that's something we can use.
probably. Something Robert can use. He knows everywhere.
Yeah, well, we'll just make sure that
Well,
we
you
disable
better.
whatever traps he's got down there or whatever.
He gets out of it.
If he's smart, he won't be setting any until day of like us.
Yeah, that just means we'll have to set ours later than him.
Now, if I had to guess, Robert is gonna come here like 30 minutes, right? Set his traps and kind of just chill out under the parasol, drinking a cold one, like there's his vibes.
That right?
Hmm. Well then,
Yeah.
we'll just get here before him, hide out, and then set our traps after. Easy.
Oh no, oh yeah.
Well, if he gets here, sets his traps, and stays here, he would look at us while we set our traps, and we
You
do
know
not
what?
want that.
That's why we gotta be
I'm
sneaky
feeling
about him.
extra today. So, here's a little deal. You guys valuable, something that, and today I'll give all of you a favor.
Like what?
Once you guys go to bother Robert so much you won't find them.
I see.
You want like $20?
I'm not a specialist. A variety we currently. Maybe there's a drug.
Maybe.
Keep an eye
Sure.
out. Keep an eye out for it. You steal all of that shit for me.
Why do you want that?
Alright, I guess.
Because I want to have sex, and I can't ask for sex if people can't fucking hear or see me.
Okay.
Can you even become
Wait, do you
tangible?
want to be able to just be seen or be touched?
Being touched, whatever. I've been blue
Sure.
for fucking months now.
You deserve it.
No, I don't. I deserve sex! Sex! He starts screaming sex and sinks into the ground as he does so.
I guess we'll
John
keep an
looks
eye
up.
out.
I'm like this fucking guy. I swear to
You
God.
know, all things considered, ignoring his reasoning, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not complaining, I guess.
I mean, it's
I
not
don't-
like any of us would be that interested in that drug anyways.
yes,
Eh.
personally speaking, I like having my ghosts not being initially touched by any Joe Schmo.
I mean, I don't know. be interested to give it to people. Just let them see it.
The only
Like,
interest I'd have for it
if
is
Shade
using
would
on
be
other
interested
people.
in that. Yeah. Sure Shade would be interested in it. Probably a few others.
Well,
think of
that's the thing. If the drug makes the stand seeable and touchable, that's different from being able to see and touch.
True. True.
I don't know what he. I think he wouldn't mind either. I don't know the specifics here.
He didn't specify, so I'm assuming either.
Well, I guess we should get to looking around.
Yeah.
By the way, John, I want to talk to you for a moment.
Yeah? This a private thing, or all three of us?
Yeah. Preferably just one-on-one. It's nothing too big, but I'm want to talk to you about something I think I've noticed.
Okay.
Alright. I'll check up these propane tanks, I guess.
Alright, if you find anything, feel free to tell.
Dion is still walking with Catalyst.
Not healing up okay?
About as well as it can given circumstances and the time frame.
Yeah, you said that they won't get too much respite. We have a fight in 2 days.
Something I'm honestly was. I am actually happily surprised that it was 3 days.
It gives you
I was-
time, but usually burns like those take a lot longer than that.
Oh, absolutely, but I was also expecting Robert. At least my biggest worry was Robert to go tomorrow.
Yes, it's
Fight us when we're at our weakest. But no,
a lot more
he's targeting
convenient.
our morale.
That's why we have to bring him low.
Yep. And that's something what I want to talk about.
Yes?
What's your plans when all this, like, ends? When you find Phantom?
Dion Shaw. I don't know. At first, I thought I was just bringing my family back together, but now I'm learning that some of them can't be trusted, some of them can be trusted, but are wily right now, and everything is... Not everything is fitting into place like it used to be.
If
Right
I
now,
could-
my goal, if Phantom is existing in any sense, make sure he's safe, find what remains of my family, and live my life. Now, what that living life things is up to time to tell.
The reason I asked is I could tell you, like you said, and I'm actually. It's kind of a relief to hear that you're unsure at the current moment. Because anyone who's sure of the future in a time like this is, well, an idiot. Or has no ambitions.
It's all too confusing, isn't it? You can know what you want, but that's not what the future gives.
Yeah. I've figured I'd say this, but I think you're slowly discovering it. I think the reason you're seeing your family in another light is, for once, you're actually standing up to them. They've enjoyed your content, like you being content to be weak and just learn medicine. There's nothing wrong with that. It meant they didn't have to deal with another, Josh.
And now
They
that
were
they're...
scared that you be like reaching your potential to match them.
It seems quite a number of them. The last thing they'd want is another Josh right now, I guess.
Yeah, and that's why I think many of them are very much looking to try to steer the path you're on. So they can make sure you can go back to living your happy little life and let
Yeah.
them take over. Yeah.
I feel it's only fair that I ask similar questions since you seem to be so keenly interested. What is your goal in this? I know you have your grudges, you've said it so. But what is your long term right now?
He gives the little bit of laugh that probably would break into a slight cough as,
Yeah?
moving the chest hurts.
Yeah?
Before just saying, my goal in all this, I guess, to finally acknowledge that I'm living, not just surviving.
You
Being
feel
weak
you're
in a
being pushed.
stand user's world.
You seem to manage just fine.
I mean, manage is a word for this. Only got probably another fight like Haman before I'm done. At this rate, at least.
You're right. I...
But my
Dion,
reason is
go ahead.
every. And I mentioned this during the fight with Haman. But almost every time something has gone wrong with my life, I can connect it back to at least one of the members of the Passion. And that's something I refuse to let to continue. Whether I succeed or die trying.
Would it be prying too much to ask about specifics?
I think you deserve that answer. Me as Shay digging up the note like pad I have.
We have had discussions on this, I believe, but Dionysia.
As you know, every Brando's basically welcome in that company.
Yes. I'm starting to learn a bit more. I only really had the outsider's information, even though I was close family with her.
As that was a standard, and, well, being a Brando, I applied, got in, and was actually able to work for a few days, fitting in, just, getting used to that life. And then she called me into her office. And I believe the words were something along the line of, your kind will act as a leech to this company.
You're kind?
I don't know, because it's not just being a Brando. And the honest truth is, that's one of the reasons I want to eventually reach her. Because revenge or not, at this point I just want to know what she's so scared of.
I see. The reason I ask, well, I mean, You know the story. The Passion's my family. And I'm still coming to terms that they can do wrong. But now that I have been slighted myself, cannot deny that it's a possibility.
But
Even
if you
if my
want,
slight was very minor.
if you want to know the few others that I've noticed and have continued to notice more, my younger brother got involved with Josh Joestar. He's the one who ended up setting up the tech for his main show before the burst. And, well, you can only assume where that's gotten him.
I'm sorry.
I don't fully blame Josh. I hold him much more just until proven otherwise. For the burst itself.
My uncle was a man that had a plan for everything. He would prepare for every eventuality, no matter how asinine. I can't be confident, after all. He at least knew that something along the lines of the burst was going to happen. But I'm at least confident that your brother is somewhere at least safe.
That much I know for now, but the bigger problem is from what I've learned. It's that he's safe where he is, but he isn't safe anywhere else. And that's something that I hate to accept.
I don't think he's ever going to be safe if he was an ally of Josh and he was actually aiding and trying to spread the message of dethroning Passion.
That is the other reason I want to, well, change things so I can create a world for him.
It's it's hard to believe that everyone describes Brandos the way they do, and then you exist.
Oh, I think I'm quite lucky. I wasn't raised by a Brando. I have the traits of a Brando that, well, I can choose to wield rather than being who I am.
Forgive me if this sounds weird, but I am genuinely envious of you sometimes.
I'm
Well,
honestly surprised about that. I'm some nobody.
that's the thing. Before this, I didn't want to be a part of it at all. I just wanted to be with family. I was just some guy that knew some big names and was related to them. And now I'm helping to fight them. I almost wish that even for a while I had the disconnect. Because regardless of what I do, I'm always going to be relayed back to these events, I've now realized.
That's understandable. I don't envy the life you must have grown up with.
It was a
But
fun one. It wasn't fun when it got taken away.
that's something I noticed about you. For the longest time, you were content to just be weak, to live as you like. And I think At some point, you're gonna have to make the decision. Allow yourself to be as strong as you really are. Or, well, leave this life. Go home and let your family continue things.
You know, I was just saying something to Kevin the other day that I feel was applicable here. Even if some family aren't the best examples of this, Joestars have a funny way of trying to get what they want and succeeding. I think sooner or later, whether or not I get exactly what I want, I feel like I'm starting to understand my uncle more and more, and why he acted the way he did. I think the more and more I process that I cannot escape this, that I'm just going to have to accept that this is my life now. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. One day I feel like it will be.
That's, well, to some degree. This quote is not one that I can properly apply here. It's one that seems fitting. What makes a good leader is reluctance to lead. Because a reluctant leader has an understanding of the weight on their shoulders.
What, so I'm the leader now?
I wouldn't say that. But it shows that you're acknowledging exactly what you might have to get yourself into.
Yeah. I want to say this. I don't know why my uncle chose the people that he did, and even though I'm discovering more and more of those reasons, I don't want our group to be the same way. I don't want to be another passion. Honestly, it's why I don't like the idea of this being a gang in the first place, rather than just a team looking to make a difference. I would rather call you guys friends by the end of this than I would possible nuisances, I guess. I don't know how they saw each other.
If I had to guess from what I've seen, allies. Not trustworthy, but allies.
Yeah, that's accurate, I feel.
And it's a path forward. It's not the one that's necessarily the one we should take. But I think the only chance we have, is, especially if we want to try to actually set things right, would be to continue forward as we are. Like, whether one of us act as the role of Josh or someone else. The idea of taking the position of a leadership, so we can actually change things, rather than just hoping things will change.
Indeed. We can't sit on our thumbs all day after all. I think if it's not the people I thought I would cling to for the rest of my life, even if we tried to kill each other when we first met, I think I'm glad you're you, Stephen, Ezio, Richard, Jamie. You know, the more I go on, the more I don't like thinking about this. I
Look, Mr. Smiley and Mr. Rock.
Yeah. I like the idea that we're all equals rather than abiding by some rules.
So, there's... I'll be honest with you, because I feel that you deserve that. I was planning on bringing something to the Robert fight.
By the way, I just want to. I heard that.
Fuck off!
Okay. Oh,
Later on.
I had given a single lie to the group. And I intend to correct that when I get a chance. As Dion's going to reach into his bag and reveal a single vial of anti-stand drug.
John looks genuinely, like, appalled, like, jaw dropped, like, you
I
kept it on you?
didn't intend to use it. But at the same time, even as we agreed, in a life or death, it's a different situation. I was going to use it more as a threat than an actual usage. I don't intend to anymore. I intend to put it back. I want to make sure we could all walk away from this.
Okay, I'm sorry, processing that. Holy, okay, okay. He slaps his face, but, I see. If we're being totally straightforward with each other, I'm honestly surprised no one's asked further. But since we're probably going to be spending a good portion of our time together, I should probably get to telling at least some of you properly what my stands are. I don't want to be... As much as I loved my uncle, I don't want to be the Joestar that keeps secrets from everyone to get what he wants. I just want to be prepared. So, how's about we call Steven back and I can properly tell you two what my stands are.
Of course, Dion's gonna put the file back into his bag.
let me just. Steven, did you have a particular conversation? Or am I wrong?
No, not especially.
I actually want. And if you guys
I
want to RP a
mean,
little bit more, I'm fine with
I at least want to say my main stands name.
it. Okay.
I actually do want to explain that in character. I don't want to hand wave that one.
Right?
there's also like one thing that I want to do.
Also, Steven, I just want to say,
Yeah.
you come over here, you look at this shit, and you're like, can you see the note?
The note.
Hold your mouse
If
over
you
it.
hold up, yeah.
Your mouse over,
Oh, I see.
and you read it out loud.
Oh, it's fun. Whoever
Oh,
made
wait,
this
you
is
actually got...
an idiot savant.
Some motherfucker turned this generator into some weird shit. You have no idea who did this, but they must be an idiot.
What the fuck? Wait, you can do that?
Yes, you can. You can thank Scott because I sure didn't do that. This entire map.
Oh,
is
that's
Scott's
really
doing.
cool.
This entire map is Scott's doing, and there are 2 secret messages
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, I just saw the other one. Okay, I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah, no, we're right now. John and Dion are right next to the other one.
What?
Oh, I
I
found
was
another
talking
one.
about a different one.
I know.
Oh, I found another one then. Okay, there's a lot of them on this map apparently.
There are three.
Oh,
of them.
okay, yeah, that's a few.
There are 3.
There's 4.
4?
4.
Dot? What the fuck? Wait, 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th?
What are you
Okay,
like pinging
one
and
is next to
looking at?
Steven, one is to Steven's right, one is below Dion.
1 is next to John.
Oh, right, that one. Yeah, no, that I knew that one. Just forgot about it for a moment.
Okay.
By the way, the one next to John canonically exists. Written paper. Anyway,
Wait, hold on.
call Steven. Oh no, here.
Yeah, we'll call. John motions you over, Steven. Steven,
Yeah.
after having a talk with Dion, have realized I'd like to discuss something.
Uh-huh.
As we grow closer as members of Black Hole Sun.
Yeah?
Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
You're allowed to be here this time.
I'm gonna be quiet.
She's
Thank
gonna
you,
call
actually.
Dion on the side.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be between Dion and Steven. They're both my best friends. He puts an arm on each of your shoulders.
Dion feels slight imprint. But as we as a team get closer, I've, with your help, everyone's help, realized if I am to be living this life with you guys, even if it is just for the time being, I can't be just another Josh. I can't help people and expect them not to ask questions. Expect them not to be curious. I want to be, as I said, Dion, prepared, not secretive. I have never told either of you, well, anyone, directly what my stents do. Everyone just kind of had to inform themselves, and I'm sure you all at least have an idea of what either can do, because, yes, I have two. What's the order do we want to go in? Main or substand? Your pick?
How about main? We've seen it more anyways, I assume.
Okay. John will take out, if you're all in agreement, John will take out a water bottle and drop a Mentos into it. As it does, it begins to dissolve, and an army of little soldiers begin to emerge from the water. This is my stand, my main stand. One little pill. It can form itself whenever something dissolves in water, and just form on that location. Its range is quite something. It's, if you haven't noticed, is a colony stand. It can act on its own. I believe. Is there a term for? Was I told a term for stands that act on their own?
You seem like
Automatically.
Brony look at like automatic, sentient.
Yes. Automatic.
Automatic. What does it go after?
Whatever I command it to go after.
Wow, that is a useful automatic. How many of those go by? Hit the jackpot.
Indeed. I give it give it a command, and it follows that command to the best of its ability when I can't actively guide it. Of course, I can't just keep issuing commands. I mean, that's not kind of how that works, but if I was using it actively, it would obviously be different. Its ability is honestly simple. It can store things inside water. That's effectively its power.
Wait, does it affect me?
So, yes, go ahead.
Brony, like, wait, does it affect me? Because, like, I'm not affected by anything. I'm actually curious.
I've been able to store people in water, so
Make a puddle, make a puddle, make a puddle.
the little pills shoot at the ground.
As you start shooting, you see the puddle slowly go to the ground, like, oh no, my puddle! He jumps in it. Do you want him to get inside the puddle?
I'm going to use my sand power, yes.
You have a full-on running inside a puddle.
Huh?
Wait,
Neat.
did you just
Neat.
what? Did he just show you how to deal with them?
Ha!
Huh.
We win this one.
You see the thing walks out of the ground. Oh, I can leave by myself as well.
Damn it.
Oh.
I'll
Excuse
never
the
forgive the
inconvenience, Joe.
ghost.
Oh, I
I'll
have an
never
idea.
forgive ghosts.
Think about this, alright? I get into a puddle. You grab the puddle and put it in a bottle, and then you throw me at someone. That sounds cool.
Why-
That sounds
Why don't you
neat.
just walk at him?
Actually, funnily enough, I actually have planned ideas where someone is stored inside water, and then they have essentially an oxygen tank, so I could sneak people into places.
That's smart because I noticed I couldn't breathe in there. I mean, I don't need it, but you know.
Yes, it's like a vast ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Does the weight change?
No, it's the weight of the water that it's being held in.
Huh. Nice.
So I could hide a whole person, theoretically speaking. Not practically speaking, mind you, inside a droplet of water.
Huh.
Not very practical, like I said. I had to really try when I tried to force catalyst inside a water bottle. But yes, its power is simple. I can store things. It doesn't have to be the full thing with water, and release it again. This can apply to energy.
That's useful.
So, for instance, you might remember when I was fighting Daniela, and I used the ability to essentially take apart parts of her barricade and then release the barricade almost immediately, sending it back in her face.
That's neat.
Right.
Yes, it's...
What about your secondary stand?
Anyone have any questions about the main one, or
Not
do you
really.
want to just...
Those are cute little guys. He goes and pats the pink.
I think I understand them enough.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it is probably the most complicated stand I've seen so far.
Oh, you haven't seen jack shit.
Yes,
Fair enough.
correct.
It's...
He thinks about it. Yeah, no, you're not. Yeah, no, you haven't seen jack.
You
Look,
really
it
haven't
was-
seen a lot.
Look, you just gotta remember the skeleton with guns and a tank.
Yes, but,
Random boys. That's what I like to call.
that is not its name.
Speaking of skeletons,
Time for my substand. Don't fear the Reaper. This one's honestly a bit more peculiar than my main one. It's a close distance type, as opposed to
John,
my distance ability.
John,
Yes.
you got like, this is my other stand.
He tries. Does it summon or does it just not?
Doesn't.
My stand don't fear the. He tries to flare up his aura and his willpower to try and summon it, and it's just not working. He's going, why isn't it working? Don't fear the Reaper! What the hell?
Is something happening?
It's
John,
no, it isn't. That's the thing.
your phone's.
My Reaper won't summon.
Hey, team, could you put.
Indeed, I could. Alright, let's see.
Now I noticed that it's worrying, but ever so slightly your heart. Only when you noticed.
Christ.
After a few seconds, your phone starts to ring.
He looks at it. Don't you dare make me regret what I did. He looks. Is it a phone call or a message?
Phone call.
He answers.
A voice that. Really angry. Hey, John.
Robert?
No. So I felt the Reaper being called over here. Poor thing, all scared. Go home, fella. Remember when I said I wanted to use a stand from the Backstreet Boys? Oh, okay, that part was a lie. I know which stand is gonna back me up on this. Of course.
You bastard.
Now,
It's
now.
not yours to take!
Oh, I'm gonna give you back, but I just thought it was a little bit more fair of a fight that you think?
Robert, Robert, this is some twisted fucking joke.
Yeah. By the way, is Dion nearby? I'm curious.
Yes, he's nearby.
Can you put
Why
it?
is that relevant?
Can you put it on speaker real quick?
Fine. He does so.
Dion, could you get closer, please? I just want to hear her voice.
I'm here.
Remember when we all thought that you were a special case? That you were the only one who could use other people's bound stands?
So you're
Well,
one as well.
I just had to think through another lens. Unfortunately, I still have a bit of an issue, because I can only do it if the original user is dead. Oh well.
What the hell are you saying?
Kevin had to pay for his fuck up. Isn't that right, Kevin? You receive a picture of Kevin's severed head with blood at its base of the neck.
Anger flares.
Look at the Reaper. Oh, it's pissed. It's real pissed off.
Damn it, I told you!
John,
You!
calm down. John, there's a reason why I'm doing this. When we
I don't
fight,
give a damn!
when we fight, I don't want you possibly feeling like holding back. Okay? I don't want you possibly having
Oh!
an inch of held back. I want you to fight me with all you got, because when I beat you, you're gonna see that you never could settle. Okay?
Oh, don't you worry, because you have given me everything I needed. I was on the fence. Haven't wanted to let you live. Everyone wanted to let you live, you sick, twisted bastard!
Oh, it's fine. It's just my son. No one gives a shit.
Shut the hell up!
So-
You're dying 2 days' time, you understand me?
By the way, just so you know, I'm not gonna take away traps you. In fact, if I see one, I'm gonna ignore it and just forget about it. I can do that.
I don't care. Just shut the hell up and ready yourself, because you made the biggest damn mistake of your life.
So, Robert,
Dion, how are you doing, my friend?
one simple statement, and I'm curious how this will play out. You said you saw it from a different lens. I wonder which of us will be better at it. Someone who had to learn to do it, or someone who did it at the start. I'll be
Dion,
taking his stand away from you, one way or the other.
I must admit, you doing that is quite impressive, and you that side of it. However, we're not fully use empathy. Out. Doesn't matter that you can do part of it. Some other part. I have its full scope on the palm of mine.
And simple. I'll just... Perhaps not now. I'll catch up. I'll catch up to where you believe yourself to be.
Don't worry, Dion. I'll personally help you train once I defeat you.
Oh. Oh no, you won't.
I'm not training you empathy. I'm training Dion. Wow, John.
A corpse can't help anyone.
Oh, you're gonna kill me? Is that it?
Yes. Goodbye, Robert.
Oh, wait. Can you pass to Steven?
Looks at Steven like, do you even want to entertain him?
I'll give him a minute.
Can you get out of...
Chucks the phone at you.
Can you get out of food? Because it's about that subject we keep in between.
Okay, I'll turn off speakerphone. You have a literal minute. Go. Mm-hmm.
Out his bait.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Guarantee you, however, we'll figure it.
I'm gonna stop my timer to ask a question to you real quick. Are you faking it?
Taking one.
Kevin, is he dead? He's dead then. Alright. I don't need the timer anymore. I'm done talking with you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Wanna have a cold one later? You turn off?
Steven,
Yeah.
Do me a favor.
Yeah,
This is completely emotional based. Destroy that phone, please.
sure. Steve will crush it in his hand.
You crush the phone with your blood spring out. A little bit of that, a little bit of the zap goes through your hand. But
Dion. It seems you won't have to hold back any punches anymore.
So you want me to hold on to the one trick I had?
Oh, absolutely. I would prefer not to kill him, not because I wish him to live, but because I want to make him pay. However, if it comes down to it, I'm not going to cry over his death any longer.
Robert was stupid about one thing, at least.
Mm-hmm.
In his many mistakes there. He gave me a simple explanation. So it is empathy. That's something I can use against him.
Oh,
Hmm.
you're right. Stupid bastard, Kevin. I told you. I feel it is more apt than ever to explain to you what Don't Fear the Reaper now does, since it will be our opponent. Don't Fear the Reaper is a close distance type. It can find an overabundance in anything and either equalize it or kill it off entirely, destroying it. And he now has that ability. I can't seem to access them right now.
Can it kill what's dead?
Well, that's the thing. It's not just... I don't know if it actually applies to you, actually. That's... Never tested it on the undead.
Can it affect
But...
a brick? A wall?
anything.
Then it'd be safer to assume it can.
That's fine.
I haven't found anything that the Reaper Scythe couldn't take.
So, the one thing I'll say there is another thing you should. I imagine Robert's probably gonna have to expend some amount of effort to keep the Reaper on his side if it shares your emotions. Don't know how he stole it, but if you keep trying to call it.
I might have a guess.
On how he took it, or how he...
Yes, how he took it. The other night, I was talking to Kevin, as I told y'all. He discovered that his stand wasn't so different from my main one. That he could use the pages of his In the City to store energy. Because what the Reaper does is passes energy over something to take away or balance it out. So, possibly he is somehow manipulating my stand through the instances of Reaper that have been taken.
Does that mean that if he uses up all those instances that he can no longer do it?
Perhaps, but something tells me as he's not going to use it up. It's less of a charges thing than it is a connection that has a
I
portal,
see.
if you will.
He's currently overpowering your connection with his ability to create his own.
That's my theory.
Especially if whatever I can do, he can do it probably 3 times as well as I can, to at least things he can apply it to.
How
I
do we feel
must
about destroying in the city?
awfully. I won't allow
Right.
it.
I'm going to be honest, as I said. My plan there is, if I can get a hold of it, I might be able to at least contest control of the Reaper for a moment.
Alright.
Kevin
Just
had a
making everything
moment
clear.
of vulnerability last night with me. He made it perfectly clear that he had faith in me, that we weren't too different. It would be spitting on his grave to destroy his stand, at least from my viewpoint.
And I
Wait a
think
minute.
Dion could use a fourth stand.
Yes, and Dion could use a force stand.
Steven.
Yeah,
Kevin gave us the anti-stand drugs via a page.
right.
You have it on you?
What? He wouldn't throw it out. Yeah, probably.
Mind
Yeah,
if I see it?
sure.
What are you giving?
The fragment of the page that Kevin gave us with the anti-stand drug.
Wasn't that in the fucking... Oh, just the page, just the page.
Yeah,
Just the
the
page, not the
thing.
drugs.
It's
Yeah.
not a fragment, by the way. It's like, imagine you
Oh,
grab a page from a book and you rip it off. It's like a little bit uneven, but it's
Okay.
mostly the page.
Okay, so yes, the page. And Dion's gonna grab it and just try to focus on in on it with both empathy and just try to recreate the feeling of Catalyst.
You start to do and feel new and trying to order. Try to do with it.
Dion's gonna give a simple statement. One as simple as the statement he gave Catalyst. Help me avenge your user. Just injecting that feeling into the page.
Ooh. Dion, you're like, help me avenge your Robert.
Dion gives a frown for simply stating, that's what I was afraid of. I can contest it, but Robert's got a stronger hold.
Well, have you tried it at least?
What do you think he just did?
I mean, I don't see him trying to
Oh.
store anything in it.
Yeah, I guess you haven't used the ability just yet.
Dion's going to try to store a firework that he grabs from his bag.
Strange.
Resolve. Fuck it. Okay.
I'm gonna spend a resolve.
No.
Uh, The firework goes and gets inside.
But
And
So
you
I
so I
guess
Robert's laugh.
Dion gives a grin. So I was right, at least. For whatever he's doing, we might be at least equal on that level of influence. He's only learned the trick. I might be able to wrest control away from him, or at least contest it.
alright.
That's wonderful news. If we can get in the city, and it is the thing establishing this link, then that will be imperative. Gentlemen, may I say something about Robert?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Whoever that man is, a fragment of him is Robert, sure. But whatever the burst did to him made him a new man. Paranoia and fear have consumed him. He is not the uncle I once knew.
My opinion.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Jamie, you can give your opinion.
Sure.
Hasn't changed.
Thank you, Jamie. Not like I'm pissed off enough.
Look, I'm sorry, but I've seen the man do something like this before.
When? How? What? Where? Why? All of them.
About 25 years
Ooh.
ago in Argentina, Voodoo made a deal with, betrayed him, backstabbed him. The guy's dead now.
And
That's
he
a
did
different
that on a
thing.
whim. This was his son, Jamie.
Don't you feel like I'm a psychopath? Because I do not feel any entire situation.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? You're
Yes.
probably back, Red.
You are. You should get
Yes.
diagnosed one day if you can ever be seen.
I'm dead.
I don't
If
care.
you
You
can
can
ever
be
be
seen by
seen.
stand users.
Well, if you find a stand therapist, that's great. Not gonna see him though.
Regardless of what is the truth here, my point stands. The Uncle Robert I knew is different than clearly what he has become, or frankly, what he probably was. Frankly, I'd rather him rot, so just punishment could be give, but it almost feels like a mercy to put him out like this. In 2 days' time, make no if and buts about it. We will beat Robert. What we do with him, if anyone has any desires like that, is fine.
Can I
But
shove
I
him?
will not be satisfied until that man is dead. Are we clear?
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely. I have a feeling, at least for any questions I have for Robert, will be answered in the fight. Seeing him use what I want to learn to its fullest extent.
If you desire anything out of him, I suggest that you at least make it known that you have these desires. Because otherwise, I will be seeing red the whole time, I guarantee you.
Like I said,
Mhm.
the curiosity I have at this point is just merely a question of how he learned it. What path did he use to pick up the ability to use other stands? And what lies behind this ability of mine? And that's something I feel like I'll learn if I attempt to contest him about it. Because he seems
Maybe.
to be the type to brag.
Hmm.
You know
Hey,
something,
Dion.
yes.
What's up, Steven?
I was gonna let you rest a bit more before asking, but it seems that things have accelerated quickly. Do you mind if I try something on you?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I assume you're trying to either help me heal or something to that degree.
Yep. Stephen is going to put his hand on your shoulder, start gripping it, and pierce into you, and attempt
You see as
do
Steven,
the
all of you
thing.
see as Steven stick his fingers inside of Dion's shoulder, and he kind of just goes through. You hear like the noise of the contact, and it's really nasty. Like there's no blood or anything, but ugh, into you, non sexually.
Yeah.
So what's
I'm gonna try to
plan
do the
here?
What the
Give
fuck
me
are
a
you doing?
second. Give me a second. Stephen is gonna try to not necessarily like remove the scarred tissue of skin, but put it far enough under other layers of skin to make it so that it's no longer a problem. If
Hey,
not, get rid of it entirely.
are you trying to heal?
Yes.
Are you trying to use the healing mechanic actually heal?
Uh,
Because that one has a slightly different way it functions.
hmm.
Mind if I narrate?
Sure.
Stick your hand in his shoulder, and Steven, you start to feel your skin from your chest to move. And it is the most uncomfortable and weird sensation that you've ever felt. Top one place ever. It is not painful. I mean, it is painful because of the burn mark, but like, it is so disgusting. And then you see, like, when you look down your shirt with your with your arm that does not have a stand and sticking to, you see your scar moving from your like your torso going to your shoulder. You see the scar going to his hand, and then from his hand goes to his arm, and then go always to his chest. And when you look back to your chest, Dion, there's no scar anymore. And if I knew how much damage you had, I would transfer it to. Uh,
Yeah.
And Stephen will remove his fingers from your shoulder, similarly
Oh,
taking
what the
that
fuck?
wound as well.
What did you just do?
That Tion actually just stretches.
you stretch, you feel normal. You look back on your chest. You think your nipple is a little bit too much to the left, but besides that, like, it's mostly normal.
What the
Oh,
fuck? Hey, feel this
I
burn?
Unmute description done.
that was okay. So, what did you do?
Well, basically, Steven's gonna like lift up his shirt a small amount, showing that he now has the burn that Dion had. I took it.
Oh, what?
Are you able to heal from that, or
I don't see why I wouldn't be able to.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, that's actually kind of handy. Wait a minute. Vampire regeneration.
Yeah, no, that's
Mhm.
great. I mean, in fight, that sounds really annoying because like you're gonna take your friend's wound. Besides that, no, it sounds great.
In the long
That's
term,
useful, right?
that's incredibly useful.
That is amazing, dude.
Hmm.
That's like permanent
That's
damage riddance.
Although
I've
I don't know how far this can go, so don't go losing a hand or anything.
When
Yeah,
could
no.
vampires do that?
I have no clue, but
Uh,
this is hilarious.
As far as I'm concerned, personally, yesterday afternoon,
So this is just like a you thing?
maybe. Other people might have figured it out. But if they have, I don't know why they would use it.
I guess so. I guess most vampires would be. Do vampires like okay? Do they do the drinking thing or do they like eat? Like, I'm sorry, that's a weird question.
I mean, depends, probably.
I always thought it was a fangs thing,
Yeah, for some of them.
but like, so some do like just like bits of meat.
Some bite. Personally, my particular flavor can just grab somebody, and as long as I'm close to a vein, I can usually get some out of it.
Give the slurp.
Sure.
So,
The blood through the fingers.
You drink through your fingers?
Bring to the
If
fingers.
I want to. In theory, I
Oh.
could, like, stick my arm through somebody and drink their blood that way.
Oh, vampires are so much different than I thought they were.
Vampires are fucking
Mhm.
terrifying, except for me, because
so there's actually one last thought I had back on the track for Robert. Now that my
Right.
head's a little bit clearer. Back in Haman's fight,
Yes.
when you swung Catalyst, I attempted to will it to work and it reacted. And I failed to get it to properly work. But theoretically, Robert might not have in the city on him. Gets close enough for whatever his effective range is.
Oh, that would make taking it annoying.
Well,
I
might
think
be-
it would make it much easier.
because
Well-
he'll likely have it on him, because that feels like the style I've seen him for. However, there's a simple statement of he's going to keep it on him because it was ineffective when I tried. And right now, if things are going the way I think they are, we're equal. So if he's at an ineffective range and I'm at an effective range, I'll win out.
I see.
But it's a consideration of because when I use that page, I could sense his empathy, mocking me before I succeeded. So he's likely aware of this ability to take it.
I wonder if you could use in the city on itself.
That feels like stand feedback that I hope works.
Mhm.
Well, then the problem is he could use it on the page.
True enough.
I mean, if he doesn't have the book, then
And this is
That's-
a consideration. I was already planning.
I should
this.
mention this. You might recall I said that Kevin discovered that he could store energy with his stand.
alright.
He stored 2 instances of Reaper. One that I'm frankly terrified with, because like the whole page went to inky black, so that one might be particularly something to look out for.
What would that one be? Do you know?
An inky black page.
Alright.
If I could
If
say
it were going based on my intentions at the time, it will probably kill off the oxygen of something it touches.
the statement,
That's
then
not
I
that
could. How was the other page? The other instance?
It was a similar instance. I was jokingly trying to remove the oxygen from his lungs, and he stored it It is much weaker than the first one, but it's the same ability.
If I could
That's fine.
say then. Because assuming he's having to spend something to keep you from having it. And predictably, I don't know how this will work. If I had to guess, he'll be using that secondary page to actually use as the connection. And that way you can use the first for the actual power of it.
Makes sense. I know we are not all fleshy here, but I'm going to give this ahead of time because I did not think about this. Do not get hit by that page because, theoretically speaking, when we were talking about it, me and Kevin were thinking about removing the oxygen flowing to someone's brain, which, if I'm right, very much could kill someone.
Personally, I'm going to be gunning to get hit by exclusively that page.
You don't need to breathe. That is actually very useful.
But either way, Robert's made his declaration, made his move. So, we should start planning out ours.
Indeed.
Yeah.
In this world, I thought the Passion were my family. And now that we got, from what I can tell, the one undeniably just one that is still alive, my family now lies with Black Hole Sun. We have been slighted today. Kevin was to be a new recruit. We cannot let that go unchecked.
Right.
Much talk.
I think I'm good at least.
I'm good.
I am wonderful. Oh, hello.
Nice.
Yo.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, no, wait, give me a hot second. Wait a second.
Oh.
Don't have that one anymore. Sorry, I had to switch because I forgot you didn't.
I
Bad.
see.
You could have just put it in post, man.
Yeah, but like, I'm lazy, dude, not gonna lie.
Dude, I'll fucking put it in there for you.
Team, you're making it worse by speaking on it.
Wait,
What?
can I get no music at all?
Yeah.
Evan arrives home. It's been a long day. Made a deal with Dion. He made a deal. Super scared that Dion will spill the beans on it. But it's worthwhile. That's home. Pretty actually his home. Always tell Rob. Oh, hey, I'm home. Oh, right, right. So, did you manage to steal his stand? Robert, I did get some of his energy and I tried, alright? And I do have the energy right here. He pulls out the paper. Black and this little drop of thing. I can do that, but not really a stand. Not that good. Uh, that's you may not you have doubts in your mind, and that's fine. Range of your capabilities. Fans have to worry about not creating many useless abilities and running out of space for their own development. We don't have that weak of it. Can't take away stands. they're too big, or maybe the user is technically always holding them. I don't know. I can't take away. Like, that is something that anyone ever is always holding a higher guard. I can't steal something that someone just has in the palm of their hand or something. I don't have the right. Yeah, I know. Stands are thing of the mind. Technically, if I believed more or whatever, I could do it, but I don't know. What's the sense of the table again? Stops looking, Robert. It's just outside of my. And King Crimson style jigsaw puzzle chops his heads off and he falls on the table as his body falls to his knees and then falls to the ground. Walks to from underneath the table that was taped underneath it. He pulls out. Did he? He looks at it, closes it. This is the punishment where we're gonna a session of Twisted Throne. Yay!
Bro, I don't fucking care if that's a non-permanent thing because I know he like cut Haman into like a bunch of bits and pieces and then he was fine again. He is dying. That is
Diamond?
a
Yeah, no, fuck that guy.
non-option.
No, fuck him.
That
He's
is some manipulator bullshit. He is dying.
dead. Yeah, no, kill him. Kill him dead. Fuck that guy.
Kill him
I
dead.
find
Fuck that guy.
very
guy,
funny
come
for a conversation I had about Robert Stand a while ago with you, Diamond.
It's funny because it's not the same thing.
Oh, definitely, but I'm just laughing at it.
Yeah.
Even if Kevin could live after this, that motherfucker ain't. His papa ain't living after that shit.
I want you to think of this. If you think
I'm sure I'll be
Robert is
fine.
manipulative, I want you to think of how horrible Josh was.
Nah. Well,
I'm sure Josh was.
Josh would never do
Oh no,
that.
Josh was
Listen,
horrible.
Josh was very manipulative, but
Shut
he
up,
wasn't
Brando!
towards us, so it's fine. We don't care.
God, you have.
You don't know him. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't either.
Yeah, hey, Penny.
Wow, that's really funny. That is
Damn,
really
fucking
funny.
dead.
I hope you guys had fun, because I know I fucking did.
Yeah, no, this is great.
It was pretty good.
Fuck you, Diamond, but this was a good session.
Yeah, no, fuck you.
Hey Diamond,
Kill you.
Yeah.
hey Diamond, I'm sending a text message to Haman that is non-negotiable of Robert's death now.
Oh, what is it? What
You
does
know,
the
that's
text say?
valid.
Robert has gone off the deep end. He eliminated Kevin. I can't let him live anymore.
We're gonna have to talk about that. We're gonna have to talk about that. But that's for another episode or off camera. Depends on my mood. Bye bye, YouTube.
Later,
See ya.
you two.